I first was introduced to elephants when I was making sales calls to Johannesburg, and as an events management company, I was looking at seeing them as a potential client on referring the peninsula as a facility for the company to use when in Cape Town. So I first met the guys coming in and calling on them. I think, they hadn't really considered the peninsula being basically Johannesburg based and a timeshare property, but in reality we do a lot of corporate business. We're driving our business towards our conference and events, and we felt synergy with a company like Elephants on Main was important. I think Elephants in itself is a similar sort of energy. I need to work with people that I like. I think in any business relationship, it's about actually getting on and understanding each other. And over the first year of interaction, we built a relationship. So for me, any partner, and I consider Elephants now a partner in my business, not just a supplier of a service. They are intimately involved in my strategy and my planning, not only for this year, but for the next 10 years. And in fact, our initiatives are working towards the future and really utilizing the work we've done in the past. The length of the relationship has only added value because the team have also become comfortable within our organization. They know the human players, and our sort of specific strategy has been around people development and growth and really a change in South Africa. And they've totally come on board with this and lived the journey with us. So, for me, the relationship, once it was started, just grew and will be very hard to break. I think with the impact on our organisation and people within it has been incredible. Over the 10 years of working together, we built relationships, and not only have Elephants sort of been involved in the strategy, but they've actually got inputting, their ideas and getting to know my team. I think once you know each other, then the impact is that much greater. Often you say familiarity may breed contempt, but it's not in our situation. It's really an ongoing, almost friendship and a trust element that's been built up over the years. The impact on individuals, which has here been a strategy of taking from the rank and file the lowest positions and empowering them to make decisions for themselves, to strategize around empowerment in the true sense of the word, and I think that's an ethos that the company follow as well. There's a lot of individual input, creativity that goes along with it, but at the end of the day we all have business results that we need to achieve. The impact has been different on every human being they touch, dependent on the position and where it is that they go. Just through some of the work that can be viewed, if anybody wants to, on their sort of library, has been enormous. And I think what we really see is that from the top to the bottom, there's a buy-in to the culture and the ethos of the peninsula and what it is we want to deliver. And we would never have got there without the tools that Elephant have brought to the party. What differentiates you from the competition and other people? Well, I've never found another company that can do exactly the same. You go to strategists, you go to events companies and so on. So it's pretty much a one-stop shop. So, I think from that point of view, it's really been great. But it's about a relationship. It's about working with people that you like. It's about the understanding, the human culture, and as much as the company have many other clients much bigger than us, the relationship has always been extremely personal. It's always been interesting. I think that Elephants really buy into what we want to succeed and feel our success is their success. And I think that's underlying in the culture that's been built within the organisation. So as a choice property management events company, I wouldn't look any further. Well, I'd say, advising somebody else that was looking for the services of Elephants on Main would be sit down and meet them first. Be open and honest about what it is you want to achieve. Find a fit, find a solution. They have, purpose-built models that you can work with and see the impact. But I think as anybody works with them from the first instance, they'll realize that once you've started, it's difficult to stop. I found them also negotiable. We always look for a business plan solution. At the end of the day, everything financially has to sort of play out, and if we're investing, we need to see the return. I would say the biggest difference that we've seen is after sort of 5 to 10 years and on a business model. For example, we started with a process last year called Moments of Truth. Let's Blog It Baby with my management team, where we built an intranet, and whereas the Moments of Truth went through for my staff to identify areas. Now, I know there's been an upturn in Cape Town in business. Without any additional infrastructure, we actually doubled revenue. What can I put that down to? Well, it's the people initiatives that we put in, and really I would say the biggest reason for staying and remaining is that it's actually showed business results and returns. There was a turning point sort of after 5 years, whereas the first 5 years we had been using elephants much more as a provider of tools. After 5 years, we brought them into the strategy mold. I got the support of the directors of our organization to actually support our initiatives. And I'd say it was after a 5-year build on relationship which really tipped the scales. And that was when we both developed equal trust. And within our organization, it's become a personal relationship. It's a one-on-one with Steve heading up the team, but not just Steve, it's all the players. Whoever it is you get to work with, it's not dependent on one man, it's dependent on a team. And the success has really been through that. So in changing in personnel and people, elephants have really, sort of flexed and worked with us in that, and not only in their changing and my changing. I think, the way I thought 10 years ago is totally different to the way I think today. If we don't be working, fast in changing things that are going wrong, we'll lose out. And I see the big turning point is their culture has moved within elephants similarly. They don't sit in one place, they don't sit on one program. They look at new innovative ideas, and I think that's really exciting to see the journey moving forward with elephants. Not only are they a local company, but the work they're doing internationally is also huge. And that also gives a global impact, that we're no longer operating in a silo, we're operating on a global stage. And I think that is probably a defining point for me, is that we're global players. We're not just looking at the regional, local, national sort of point of view. We need to think of the bigger picture, and Elephants is a bigger picture company.